Hello, soul travelers. Welcome back. I pray you're doing well. Sending you the purest of love and light. We're blessed, safe, we're anchored, and we are heavily protected. So I pray you're doing well. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscription. I greatly appreciate you. All right, so here we have, and it's like a kind of different reading, but it may help someone, even if it's somebody maybe just hopping on for the first time. So it says if they wanted to, period. The note beneath says love doesn't need decoding. If they're ghosting, breadcrumbing, or too busy, they're not your person. They're just a waste of perfectly good mascara. So it's kind of like if they wanted to return the call, if they want to be with you, they would make time. They would take time for you. But again, why settle for crumbs when you are the entire meal? Then it's like people may say they're too busy to get back to you, and again, it could be in love, it could be platonic connections, it could be romantic situations. They make excuses or an excuse that they're busy, and sometimes that's not the case. So it's like save your tears. Save your tears. If people are interested, if they want your business, if they want a partnership with you, if they want a relationship with you, they will make time. Especially if you reach out, or if you are interested or whatever. But if they are playing games with you, it's like, what is there to cry about? At the end of the day, it's their loss. And this is why I said that I don't do a lot of love reading, like when is he coming or to that kind of thing, because like the Bible says, hope defers makes the heart sick. And the truth is that even if it's a twin flame, it's a connection that is supposed to be a partnership. But if the person, if they don't put the work in, again, you can lead a horse to the well, you can't force them to drink. And people can change their mind or follow through. Some may choose to believe lies and illusions and allow fear to hold them back. But again, that's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is your healing and moving forward. Moving forward. It says here, they said they weren't ready and you stayed. Babe, you are not a pre-order. If they aren't ready for love, let them go. Rehearse alone. You deserve someone ready for opening night, not a dress rehearsal disaster. They said they weren't ready and you stayed. So then after 10, 15 years of waiting, and they still, maybe sometime they move on to somebody else, or they still didn't commit, you have nobody to blame but yourself, because you stayed. They said they weren't ready. And for those of you, they've been breadcrumbing, they're trying to go around as if it's a buffet to sample everybody, and have you on reserve, like in their back pocket, so that just in case things doesn't work out, then they can come back. So this is why it's important to keep those back doors closed in your life. Some people don't like to say goodbye. They don't want to tell you why they're leaving, or they just disappear. And then they like to just appear in your life when the roster, is like they already run down the roster. Things didn't work out. Then it's cold outside, or they need a couch, or maybe they get older now, they get sicker, they're tired. And it's like, oh, you are the best one. You're a nurturer, you're loving, you're patient, you're kind. And so then they now try to bring the what left over to you. So this is why it's important to again have standards and not settle. Because the next card behind it says, it feels like a game. It's because it is. People will play game with you. It says you're not confused, you're being played. If someone keeps switching up the rules, flip the board and walk away, you're nobody's pawn, baby. So it's important to know who we are and whose we are. And whether you're man or woman, for a lot of us, and especially if you're in a place where you are desperate for love or partnership, then this is like the perfect setup to be played or used by people, because then it's like they can treat you any old kind of way because of your own fear, so they use your fear against you. So if you feel as if you're being played, you're being used, you're being manipulated, then yes, you are. You're not confused. You're not a backup dancer in the music video of their dating life. You're not a backup dancer. If you're always on the side while they chase center stage with someone else, drop the choreography. You were meant to lead. They have to know your worth. It says delete the text, block the number, reclaim your peace. You don't need closure. You need boundaries. You're not missing out on love. You're dodging a migraine. Block, bless, and move on. Block, bless, and move on. So delete it. It says stop asking the cards you already know. So again, you may be asking, you want to know, or, for those who are in that cycle where you want to know, when is he coming? When is she coming? All that kind of stuff. You already know. It says at this point, you're just looking for a reason to ignore your gut. That's not intuition, you're ignoring. It's common sense in a cute wig. It's common sense. You're dealing with, whether it's a man or woman, that they're a player, they're not, they're non-committal. And again, at this phase and stage in life is like, who have time for that? It's keep it pushing. And I believe that even in divine partnerships that, are supposed to carry out certain things here, is like, again, if people change their mind, and we don't wait on man, we wait on God. And when I say man, could be woman too. It's kind of like jobs. You don't sit and wait for that one job. You put out, you have your applications, you do your interviews, whichever one call, then you go. It's like you go, with that job. Because sometimes when people think that, oh, they'll wait for me, then this is what they do. So it's like, no, they're not ready. They may never be ready. At the back here, it says, if they say I don't do labels, good. Label them unavailable. So if you're with somebody and they say they don't do labels, so they don't want any, again, they don't want any attachment. I'm not your boyfriend, I'm not your girlfriend. It's like, so basically, you can tell this person, what they're up to. I don't need to tell you. They're only there for one or a few things. They're there to use you. These are opportunists. Again, they're non-committal. They're players. A double-minded person is unstable in all of their ways. They're not ready. So then if they're not ready and you are ready, why are you making yourself available for somebody who is not ready? They're just gonna set you back. They're blocking your blessings too. It's what you're looking for is a forever kind of love. Infinite, unbreakable, something that is meant to last, something that is meant to stay. That's what you're looking for. You're not looking for anybody to who will block you, who is gonna ghost you, breadcrumb you. And again, a lot of these low vibrational, non-committal people, while you are calling them, sometimes they are with their friends, and it's like they don't want to answer you around their friends, or they're all laughing at you calling them, especially when they are not on your level. I mean, these are just booty calls. They're just there for a fling. Couch surfing. They're homosexuals. Is like, they're loose. They're all over the place. And like I said, when a lot of these people, when they're ready to settle down, they're all washed up. They're looking for a nurse. They're looking for a caregiver to take care of them. So it's important to love yourself, celibate, loving you, feeling happy, releasing the past, take a break from love. And it's okay, because sometimes the thing that you think you're missing or you're looking to another person for, it's inside of you. And on other videos I've shared in the past or over the years, I remember when I was going through a relationship issue, and I've heard the song by Whitney Houston before, but I never really listened to it. Learning to love yourself, it's the greatest love of all. And as I was walking past my phone that was playing and it skipped to that song, it's like I just stopped and I looked at the song, and I look for the lyrics, but at that moment it's like it hit a nerve. Learning to love yourself, it's the greatest love of all. And for a lot of you, a lot of us, the lessons throughout all the ups and downs, and people have you booming like a ball, I'm telling you, playing with your heart all this time. The lesson here is self-love. Because I'm telling you, when you love yourself, nobody can tell you any garbage or bring any foolishness to you. See, all of these things that I read up here, when you love yourself, you have zero tolerance for foolishness. Because they're not on your level. You know how to love, how to treat yourself. You know what you desire. You know what you deserve. God was not punishing you. Even when you went through the toughest of relationships, heartbreak, and all of these things. Again, this is what it's all about. Not allowing the things that were meant to break you to bring you down. Where now hurt people. You're going out trying to interfere in other people's relationship because somebody took your person, or you're going around seeing how many hearts you can break. No, it's so that you can heal yourself, loving on yourself. Where you were standing by, waiting by the phone for somebody to take you out to dinner, to lunch, to the movie. Now you can get yourself all dolled up, guys, get yourself groomed, and you can go out by yourself. A lot of people will say, I can't go out to eat by myself. I mean, I must admit, at first it kind of seem weird, but then you get used to it. Then you love it. Because when you're loving yourself, it's not just, putting on lotion and oil and getting your hair and nails done, but you're also healing that abandonment wound, that rejection. Because then you come to realize that people treat you according to how you allow them to. And you realize that wound is deeper than your ex. It started with your parents, mother, father. They weren't there, whomever, grandparents, whomever raised you. There were things that were missing that you're trying to find in other people. You're taking this wonderful heart and giving it to a juvenile, man or woman, for them to take care of it, when they themselves, again, a lot of them are heartless. A lot of them are doing the devil's work, especially for those who are in those cults and groups and associations and societies. They're just out here, and especially if they think as divine masculine and feminine, you're looking for a partner. Again, they come dressed up with the right word and phrase. They will go to mass, they will go to yoga, they will go to church with you, just until they get, what they want, or get you where they want you to. The devil goes to church too, and he hears your prayers, and he will provide that. So it's important that we, like all of these cards are saying, you're not confused. You could listen to a million readings. You already know in your heart of heart that this person, again, whomever they are, or he or she is, they're not ready for you. They're not even ready for themselves. Okay, so delete the text, block the number, and reclaim your peace. Your peace will be their punishment. Because a lot of people think that because they didn't say goodbye, they didn't close out the connection, they will think that because they didn't say, I'm sorry. You write your own forgiveness letter. Burn it, tear it up. Forgiveness is for you. You don't have to wait on anybody to come back, because as long as they will think that however long, years or whatever it takes for them not to come back, they have a hold on you until they check that number. Or if they had a key to your door, when they come and they realize it doesn't fit anymore, they check the back door, it's locked. Whether you're out, you move on with another relationship, or you're just single, sexy and satisfied. Like it says with the self-love, celibate. It's like preserve your sexual energy. Because that's exactly what these devils want to manifest off of. Save your time, save your energy, save your body. Because again, when they come back, all is like they're like pigs. They're just gonna muddy you up, and then you are left to clean up the mess. You don't see them again because they are not ready. They're not ready. They're still not ready. It's like only the devil, anything after dark, so dark, like they're a doctor going around at night doing, hospital visits, spend a few hours with you, and it's like, no, that is no way to live. When it's kind of like with the prodigal son, when he told his dad to sell and give him what he deserved, Give him his share. He didn't want to wait until his father passed away. Even though it broke his father's heart, but guess what? He did it. He gave him his fair share and let him go. Because it's kind of like, even if you're in a partnership or a marriage, and if somebody already gone, they said they're finished, they're done, they want a divorce, or you know that they're cheating, let them go. You don't need to be with a carcass. It's like it's only the shadow of the person that's coming home. The real person is left over there with whomever they decide to move on with or be with. You deserve better than that. Don't be afraid if you are in a relationship and you come to that place where you tried everything and the other person, they don't want the relationship to work. It's not going anywhere. It's like, and sometimes, like, I can testify, when I was married, my ex, he didn't want to file the divorce because, he didn't want it to go down as if he's the one who did it. But at the same time, he wasn't interested in the relationship either. But again, just to save face. So I filed it because I'm not about to let anybody, it's like, bring me down silently, passive aggressively, because he was a non-participant. He was not there. He already left the building. He stopped taking out the garbage. He stopped fulfilling his obligation. So it's like the message was loud and clear. So you set them free. Set them free. When they go out there, they will see. But the only difference here is that when life gets hard, they have to stay out there because they can't come back. The grass is actually greener on your side. So when this person realizes that you block them or delete them, it's like they will now realize they have egg on their face. They got caught, they're feeling foolish, everything backfired. Because the player got played. They thought you were so dumb you would never catch on to the fact that, they were juggling you, or they have other clients, or I don't know, customers, whatever they need to supply demands. And you move on. You set yourself free. That's powerful when you reclaim your peace. Your peace is their punishment because they think you can't do without them. So they're expecting you to call them because in the past, that's probably what you were doing. Calling, and if they disappoint, you cry and they ruin your whole day. Can you imagine? Do you see how much of our power we give over to soulless creatures, man or woman, pining after somebody who don't even know themselves? It's crazy. I'm telling you. It's like pining over somebody who is immature, who is childish, insecure, verbal conflict, victim mentality. A lot of these people, I'm telling you, you are doing, or you could even be doing better off than them. And this is how a lot of, I know the word narcissist is thrown about often, but this is how a lot of them break people, men or women who are secure, people who have good things going on for themselves, because they want to break you. They disrespect you. It's like they want you to get down and crawl and beg. No, reclaim your peace, take your power back. Block, delete is like what they take this thing for. Okay, so the guidance for you here, Queen of Pentacles, grounded and given. I create a thriving, secure life for us. So create a thriving life for yourself. Yes, you want a forever kind of love, but until that love shows up, and what if it's God's will for you not to have that? For you to devote the rest of your life to Him, to creating a legacy, a wealth for you and your ancestors to come. You don't wait on anybody, you wait on God and His guidance for you. And you keep building, be grounded, stable in yourself, give back. It's kind of like you're pouring into others. You have a mission, you have a purpose for yourself, and create a secure and thriving life for you until such time. So again, behind here is the Knight of Pentacles, patiently hardworking, advancing. And so it's like sometimes this is why when people go through breakup, they just decide, okay, let me focus on my career. Let me, my money won't disappoint me, but people will, so you focus on what is good, what you can control in your life, and mind your business. Basically, 12 wands. I boldly plan my future, confident in my ability to succeed. So forward movement. Plan your future. They said they're not ready and you stayed. No, keep it pushing. The world is your oyster. It's like there's a big world out there. Why are you settling just for what one person do or say to you? Or waiting on somebody again, they don't even know themselves. They have a lot of healing and work that they need to do on themselves or in themselves. And this is why a lot of us, you meet those familiar spirit, or people try to send them to you because they think that, oh, all they need in their life is a partner. And then you end up meeting the same creature over and over. Again, the goal here is to love yourself, get to know yourself, so that you get off of that chain, that basically that train that's not going anywhere. Ace of Wands. I ignite the spark within me and boldly embrace exciting new opportunities. So yeah, delete, block, reclaim your power, and move on. Is like God is saying here next. So again, like I said before, even if this is a partnership or a connection that's meant to be, because sometimes people will use the Bible verse, oh, when the time is right, da da da, it will appear. And then, or I'm waiting on God. But the truth is that God is waiting on you. But when people want to find time to say, I'm too busy, or I have so much going on, I don't have time for relationship and all of these things, and then God will say next. So you miss a lot of us, the twin flame, messed up because, they're too busy wilding out, or, they turn karmic. They became your enemies. They joined forces with your enemies to come against you. So, God will provide the next best for you, the next best partnership. For some of you, again, it's a creative adventure. You take all of that negative energy, and God give you this brand new beginning, and you turn it into something beautiful. So this is why, no, you don't settle. You don't, with this Queen of Cups in the back here. I am intuitive and compassionate. I nurture my spirit to lovingly support others. So like the card says, you already know it. Trust your intuition. When you're dealing with somebody, it doesn't take forever for somebody to know if they want to be with you or not. It doesn't take that long. It really doesn't. Okay, so this is not a money read, but I ended up picking up this card and I pre-shuffled and these fell out. So, however it resonates in your life, whether it's love, career, they don't want to give you the raise or the promotion. Why are you settling? Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. It's like stop being a spectator of our life, wondering woulda, coulda, wonder what it would be over there. When you could go over there and see what is on the other side. Okay, so the truth is that haters, money blocks, slow down your business. The truth is that sometimes when you have people in your life who are not meant to be in your life, they will block your money. And then when you realize when they leave your life, then blessings start to flow. Because again, God knows that if this person stay in your life, they're just going to keep guzzling up because they're an opportunist. And I have two fearless here. So again, be fearless. It doesn't mean that you don't, with everything, the uncertainty of life, what's on the other side? What if I leave this job? What if I leave this relationship? What are people going to, they're going to laugh, people going to talk regardless. And it's not that you don't have fear, but fearless. Trust God more. Move on with the two of wands here. Plan your future. Confident in your ability to succeed. Even if it means moving on to starting a business for yourself. Moving on, traveling the world, whatever it is. Stepping out on your own. Because sometimes we're afraid to move away from a person or people or a job. And the truth is that you're worrying about what if something happens to me, when it's the job or that person who is actually making you sick all this time. Because what if you move away from them? What if you move away from it? You may actually have better health. You may be surprised. It says, God, you're amazing. So for a lot of you, yeah, with this new beginning, you're going to say, God, you're amazing. Because when you find the courage to delete, block, take your power back, you're feeling empowered. You don't need closure. Do your own forgiveness. Maintain boundaries so that this person can't run in and out of your life, or people or that job. They don't treat you bad, and then when you move on to somewhere else, then they think they can call you back, and you have to have boundaries. And here it says afford your lifestyle. So when this person move out of your life, because again they're leech, they're taking away from you energetically one way or another. So then you'll realize that you will have more to actually take care of yourself, because before you had to take care of them, and now you don't have to. So now you can save on light bill, you can save food, so yeah, you can afford that. And again, this is about worker, but it says when a worker wants to leave, let them go. See that? So it's kind of like I use the example with the prodigal son and my ex. When people demonstrate everything that they already left the building, set them free. Let them go. Because if not, you're going to be miserable. They're miserable and they're going to make your life miserable. Because like I said, sometimes in my case, he didn't want people to say that he walked out or he filed a divorce. But he was very passive aggressive. Can you imagine when somebody stop contributing, they stop paying bills, stop taking out trash, not sweeping, not they just come in eating your food and they're not, funding anything? That will make you climb the wall. So it's like, My peace is priceless. Cut that ribbon. How quick can we get this done, Judge? And let's keep it pushing. And here it says hire help. So for a lot of you, again, it's like there are more options out there. Hire people. There are more options out there. You may be putting all of your eggs in one basket, especially with the card here, egg on their face. You could have been putting all of your eggs in one basket when the possibility is limitless. Again, with that world, that globe, there are other people out there. That song is coming to my mind. Too many fish in the sea to miss one. I don't know, but yeah, it's like, it's not that you want to run in the same things, but again, you will be able to say, God, you're amazing when you see how you are limiting yourself. And then really you have options, you have choices. I certainly love this for you. I don't know who it's for, but even if it's, to stimulate curiosity or conversation or inspire you, even if it doesn't resonate, but if you have gone through failed connections and jobs, whatever it is, then it probably touched you somehow. But like I said in the beginning, when you're going through it, it's painful. But when everything is exposed, and everything is, because like with the egg on the face, this person realized that everything backfired. They're feeling foolish. When they come back, because now you have boundaries, they will realize you're the one that got away. And for a lot of you, you could have been dealing with people who they could have really, feel something for you, but they just never want to tell you because it's almost as if they don't want your head to get too big. Or they had plans to, again, circle their globe, free willy, have their fun, and they have you on the back burner to come back. But then by the time they get there, you're not where they left you. They are not where they left you. They left you a seed, they come back, you're a whole mahogany tree, let me tell you. They left you a caterpillar, they came back, you're a beautiful, transformed butterfly. That rejection was for your protection, and you will be able to say, God, you are amazing. Look what you did. So when you go through heartache and heartbreaks, and if you're going through that right now, don't allow it to make you bitter. Heal from it, grow from it. Take your responsibility of the role, the part you played in it. And, like I said, self-love. My basically come to Jesus moment with self-love was when I actually heard and stopped to listen to that Whitney Houston song. That was my come to self-love moment. Because it's like, why are you upset over somebody who is clearly, moving on, or they want to do what they want to do? It's time to find out the cause, the root of why you entertain, why you tolerate certain things. And it doesn't have to be just romantic. It can be platonic too. People treat us according to how we allow them to. You can have a best friend, your boy who ignore your calls. They want you to chase them. It's like, no. You have people who only call you when they have a problem. When they want you to pick them up, bail them out of some trouble, or they're feeling stressed, they want to empty that out on you. They're stealing your energy that way. They are users. So this is why you have to have boundaries in every area of your life, even in your career. All right. So I love it for you. I love it for us, Soul Tribers. Until next time, take care and be blessed.